good morning. Can you say good morning? You look very cozy. I don't want to get up either. Are you protesting waking up? Yeah, me too. Morning, it is Vlogmas day 2. My voice, I don't know what's happening, but it does not. It's giving sticky shoes from Friends. Okay, so I kind of know what happened to my voice, I guess. It must be... I took the Benadryl, which really helped my itchy sinuses yesterday because I know it's allergies. And I took the Claritin D, which was the decongestant. So I think it's pulling out whatever was in there, but no, it makes me sound like a man. So sorry. This is my makeup. So I figured I would yap and do my makeup. I kind of like this angle a little bit better. So first thing I start with, Super Goop Glow Screen, SPF 40. It is in the color Golden Hour. Just put some on my hands and rub some all over my face. That's it. And I use my NARS Cream Concealer. And I just put it over certain places. Like so. Brush. Oh, my light just died. Dang. Okay, back in action. You gotta kind of work fast with this concealer, like, because it starts to absorb into the skin pretty quickly. I think because it's long wearing, so if you're not careful, you can run into some issues. But what I do is I don't add any more. I just kind of spread it thin on the skin like that. That's it. A little on the eyes. Then I take my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, which is my favorite. I know I already hit pan on it, but I have a backup. And take a fluffy brush and I just add bronzer. Middle here, middle here. Sometimes I add a little bit more on the cheeks because I feel like my skin drinks it up pretty quickly. And I've been having some issues since I was like going surfing in the morning very like consistently. I noticed I started getting dry patches on my skin here. I guess some people call it howly rot or whatever. Basically you get tan or sunburn and then you start to peel and then you burn again. So anti-waves. My eyeshadow base is 24 Hour Extended Eye Base by MAC. Put a little on the back of my hand. Being a makeup artist for over 10 years, I do a lot of things on the back of my hand. To my detriment, because sometimes I get it on my clothes. So, there's that. That's it, with my finger. 2 palettes that I really have been loving. They're Sephora palettes. I know I was a MAC girl for 10 years. Don't come for me. But this is like my favorite one that I use every day. I put this all over and then I put this right over that. Or I also like this one. I know they kind of look similar, but they're not. They're not similar. This is for when I go somewhere that I need more colors at my disposal. in case I go out or whatever. And I like that they're interchangeable. So basically they slide off and I can change up the colors if I want to. I take the fluffy brush, like this, just all over the lid like that. And that's it. Same for this side. All over like that. Then I take my finger with the shiny color and I just place it like that. No rhyme or reason, really. And then I just blend it out with the same brush. I don't add anything onto it. And then I've also been loving brown. So I have this. This is Urban Decay. I switch between Urban Decay and Sephora. But this is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And this is how I do top and bottom eyeliner. I just close my eye. That's it. The thing about makeup is you just gotta do what works for you. You know what I mean? There's no right or wrong way to do things, really. There's like efficient ways to do things for you and like tips and tricks, but there's really no right or wrong way. This is the brand I was telling you guys about, Refi. I said Refi, fob. So this is what I use for my brows. It's kind of like a tacky, like wax. And I start with this because I don't want it to get dirty with my pomade, but I use this to kind of just fluff the hair up like that. Same on this side. I have a lot of hair. I feel like I have my papa to thank for this brow hair here. I fluff it up like that. Do you guys remember though when it was like the trend to shave off the end and to draw your brow up like this? Yeah, so I did that when I worked at MAC and it grows a little bit now, but I feel like you know, the tail is always where we need the most help just in general with brows. But I feel like that really stunted my brow growth, you know? Just really put me in a bind here because now it's the hardest part of the brow to grow, literally. But I just kind of run some color through it and that's it because I like a defined tail. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If I'm feeling a little saucy, I do my concealer trick. So I take Studio Finish by MAC and a 212 brush and I just define the bottom. See, so it makes it look a little more crisp. Boom, done. This is my new favorite part. So I use my Shiseido lash curler and I saw a thing that said in Korea people heat up their lash curlers, which makes sense because it's like when you curl your hair, it's with a heat tool, right? And you can totally heat it up. But I've been too much of a scaredy cat to actually heat up my curler. But my favorite part these days is mascara because I'm not wearing lashes on an everyday basis. So I start with the Better Than Sex Chocolate by Too Faced. This is like the dark brown, which I've really been loving brown. Look at that. Kohi! What are you doing? Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Huh? Okay, then I go in with the Ribbon Wrapped Lash by Too Faced. So this is like 3 coats already of alternating the 2 mascaras. And I've kind of found a routine for myself where I just kind of brush it to the side as I put the product on because I'm liking that look of like a more wispy lash. See, like, look at the freaking difference. I can't. Last but not least, I just got this lip pencil, which I really like, but it doesn't really define. So I'm gonna try a new routine today since we're testing it out. This is Soar, S-O-A-R, lip pencil by MAC. And yesterday I tried to use this to overdraw my lip a little bit, and it did not look cute. So let's try this. So just outline with Soar, and then I'll take Ilia's Untitled and just color it in. I really like this color, and it's a hydrating lip pencil. It just is not long wearing, so it'll come off. And I don't really feel like reapplying usually, so I'll just put a little gloss. But, oh, okay, I think we found it. I think we found the combo. That's the look. I like it. Okay, so I changed my clothes. This is my outfit for today. It's just a skirt. My hair though. So this is my natural hair that I haven't done anything to. It's very, very obvious that I haven't curled it because it's kind of haphazard. But here's my trick. I had to put you guys a little higher so you could see. So I use this dry shampoo, but only at the roots, a little bit. This is probably only a day old hair. It's not, I just washed it the other day, so I usually go like a few days not washing my hair. That's how I keep it, like this. And then I use texturizing spray. So this is my favorite texturizing spray by Redken. And I use this when I curl my hair, but it kind of helps just define my natural like wave that I already have. And then this is a Verb dry oil, Ghost dry oil. I started using Verb, like the pump oil on my hair, and I really liked it. But ever since I've gone blonde, like I've gone different variations of blonde, and I noticed how much drier your hair gets. So this has been a lifesaver, and I only do it at the bottom, and I just kind of work it through the hair like this. I don't do it near the root because obviously I don't want oily roots. I just put dry shampoo in it. So that's it. This is my hair. And we'll just let her live. You know what I mean? Kohi, come here. Let's go. We gotta get our day started. I really thought my orchids were dead, but they started blooming again. And then my other plants are suffering. I think this one got attacked by the white flies. I need to figure out my life with that. But succulents are thriving. My cactus has yet to bloom. This is the Punahou cactus that my friend graciously gave me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, but we need to take time to figure that out. But these are my plants. They're struggling, y'all. So everybody knows that I love coffee, right? But I've also gotten into sparkling ice. And so I got one of these sparkling ice caffeine drinks to try. I don't know how I would like it, but we'll see. I don't drink energy drinks or anything like that. I used to previous to surgery, but because I had to cut it out with fizzy drinks and energy drinks and minimize caffeine, which I had a hard time giving up coffee for. I did it, but probably too little too late. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Fantastic. Sound is working. Just tested it out. For those of you that don't know or you've never met me before, hey, hi, how's it? I'm Shiny Boo Cakes. Welcome back to Vlogmas, or shall I say Yapmas, day 2. So I've never done Vlogmas before. I've had a YouTube for a little bit, but I haven't been very consistent with it. And I was looking at my YouTube yesterday and I was like, holy camole, it's been 2 years since I've uploaded a vlog. How disrespectful. So, you know, here we are, 25 days straight that you will spend with me, get a glimpse into my life. If it is fascinating to you, fantastic. Please hit subscribe. I watched my vlog back yesterday and I was like, ooh, she's small, kind of chaotic, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. It's just jump cuts left and right. I've really been a fan of jump cuts. I didn't do anything fancy. There's no fading. There's no, you know, exciting music. It's just very raw and quickly, briefly edited, and I think it's great. So if you think it's great too, please hit that like button because it helps to share with more people, and more people can be exposed to my quasi debauchery. So that's it. I don't know how I feel about this angle. Like, I kind of like it. I feel like you're riding in the car with me and I'm FaceTiming with you. I do have a vlog camera. I have a Sony ZV-1, I think it's a ZV-1. It was like one of those classic vlogging cameras, and I think it's still a pretty good vlogging camera. I need to get some better cards, SD cards, with a larger memory so that I don't have to worry too much about that, and probably a backup battery. But the hard part about it is I like having my phone in here because I have a phone mount in my car, and as I mentioned in my vlog yesterday, during the week you will be spending a lot of time with me in my car because traffic in Hawaii is no joke. So there's no mount for my vlogging camera in the car, in the ka'a, as we say in Hawaiian. But you know, we'll see. I mean, the phone is working just fine for right now. So I am currently en route to work. It is 7:51 a.m. I try to get there by 8 turtles-ish. My first meeting isn't till 10. So I don't have to really worry about that. And I actually hopped on last night for a couple hours and I was able to catch up on some things that I need to get done for this week. So I feel very accomplished about that. But yeah, it takes the pressure off. I have quite a bit more things to do. Today is probably a little bit, knock on wood, not as back-to-back of a day. But I'll try to check in during work hours. We'll see if I'm able to. I'm actually going to lunch with one of our executives, which I'm really excited about. I had to put on a cute little skirt for that because it's a nice place that we're going to. And that should be interesting and fun. I don't know what the menu is like. I've never been to this restaurant, so we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much my day. So I have to tell you guys this story. I am constantly jamming out of my car. I'm doing whatever. These days I'm gonna be vlogging for you guys, but normally I'm like playing my music, singing out loud. I put my windows down. I like fresh air. I like to ride without AC. Like if I'm by myself, I'll have the AC on for a little bit and then I'll turn it off. And I don't suffocate. If I have a guest in the passenger seat though, or in the car, obviously I keep the AC on. But for me, I like to ride like that and I like to have the windows down. So this had to have been like October. I was coming up on Nimitz and I had my windows down and I was just looking around, you know, like singing or whatever. And this guy like waves at me from the next car over, and I'm FaceTiming my friend, right? Like I'm just like, we're just like tra-la-lying on FaceTime. It's just what we do. Like we are each other's YouTube channel. And so I love a good FaceTime moment. So we were FaceTiming and then he yells at me from his car and he's like, hey. And so I look over and I'm like, hi. And he's like, oh, you're gorgeous, huh? And I was like, oh, thanks. You know, like that. Right away in traffic. Like, seriously? And then he's like, oh, where you going? I said, oh, I go to work. And he's like, oh, where you work? And I said, oh, okay. Oh, what's your name? I can get your number or what? I said, oh, my name is Chantel. And tell me why. I'm like looking at his car and I see like a woman's hair clip on the handlebar in his car. He's driving a 4Runner and I can see a woman's clip and I go, you single or what? And he goes, oh,
good question. Nah, but I just had to tell you you was gorgeous. Have a good day, okay? I'm like, bro, these guys are a trip. Okay? At least he was honest. But then, wait, there's more. Later, like, I think it was the next day, I still had Facebook at the time. That's how I know it was October, because I haven't had my Facebook, TikTok, and I took a hiatus from Instagram at like the ending of October or mid-October. So I go on my Facebook, and tell me why this brother messages me on Facebook. And he's like, hey, it was nice meeting you the other day driving into work. What? How did brother find me by my first name and my place of employment? Like, you guys, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Happy holidays. I just was like, I felt like pressure because so didn't have time throughout today to vlog, but here I am at Party City. I have to get these balloons for my event happening Thursday. So
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
And so we meet again in the car. I told you, this is probably going to be the majority of the vlog. I'm just being honest. Anyway, it's a beautiful evening. Today was a very busy day. And it's not done yet. Got one more stop to make before going home, and then probably have to hop back online to do some work. Yeah. I have to say, the sky looks really beautiful today. Like, we've been having some really beautiful sunsets, lots of purples and pinks, and I think it has a lot to do with the fog. So the volcanic like fog that's coming off of our erupting volcanoes, it's in the air, and I think that's what's causing my allergies, but it's also what makes the sky so beautiful. Okay, so just finished at Costco. Got this for myself, but we also got a bunch of stuff for the event. And then I really want to eat Thai food, and I thought that's what we were going to eat, but I think they're going to close. So my day is still going. I have a little bit of congestion actually, and running on low bat, to be honest, low battery. But hey, it's got to get done. So I was so hungry I forgot to film our food first. Hi guys, so it is 9 something Hawaii time. Like, it's like 9 turtles probably, and I just got home. Don't worry, someone checked on him while I was over. Hi Bubba. Hi my honey. So he stays in the kennel because I got this really nice new couch, and homeboy don't know how to act yet, so that's why. Hi baby. Hi. Oh. So I'm exhausted. Dinner actually went later than I thought it was going to. So I am going to wash all of this off and probably edit this vlog for you guys so that it's posted. Vlogmas Day 2. Yapmas Day 2. I had a very long day today, and I am emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically exhausted. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow. Mwah.